Prove it.
I'm screaming.
All right, let's get started. What's good, squad? Frosty Phoenix here. Welcome to another edition of Phuca-Pod. Be sure to check us out all across social media at Phucaname, Phucaname. Be sure to check us out wherever our podcast is available. If you like the content, however you're listening to us, give us a like, a follow, a subscribe, rate us 5 stars, and leave a comment for any content you want to hear us cover in the future, or how we can improve our content if need be. I'm here with the usual squad specs and a guest squad spec. Squad specs, introduce yourselves.
Yo, what's up? It's Wavy God here. Of course, the waviest blurred ever. Sneaker lover, anime watcher, video game player. Here for another episode with a special guest, like Frosty said. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you already know. I do all these hobbies, but they all make me poor at the same time, especially for next year, because sneakers are going to be crazy next year, but that's another topic for another day. So I'll let everybody else introduce themselves after.
What up?
So out the loop, he forgot what order we went in. Look at that.
I know the order. I'm just trying to make sure y'all didn't change the order on that. I know the order. I know the order. Come on now.
Gotta get rid of that awkward pause in editing now.
Hey, y'all gotta get rid of. Hey, we can leave it. Leave it in there. Okay, get everybody ready. Hey, that's what they say. In between takes, you take 3 seconds. Anyways, look, corner fox, y'all. All right, back like I ain't never left. Shout out to Hideo Kojima. Y'all already know a quarter fox is more dangerous than a jackal. Hey, man, this is going to be a good session. This is going to be a good talk. I got a lot of information to drop. I got a lot of thoughts and opinions to share. And right now, my shout out is going to be to Zone of the Enders. A second shout out to Hideo Kojima. But Zone of the Enders, very underrated series and game. And if you haven't played it, you should totally play the HD edition because it is fire. And also Hideo Kojima. Boom. All right, I'm going to pass the mic.
Not this man's internet cuts out. I thought it was just me. I was like, wait, what happened?
Oh, wait, what happened? Did something happen with me?
The internet.
That just cut.
Oh, no.
That John said,
whatever lie you were about to say, your internet was like, nope.
Did it really? That's crazy. That's crazy because like everything is clear to me. Like my internet is gone. Okay, well, should I say it again?
Yeah, Zone of the Enders. I think that's when you like cut out.
Oh, I'm Zone of the Enders?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, well, shit. Play Zone of the Enders. That's it. Damn, that's the bar. Play Zone of the Enders. 1 and 2. Play the HD edition. Shout out to Hideo Kojima. I'll say it a third time. What you mean?
Shout out to Daybreak Paladin, who's also a fan of Zone of the Enders. He probably would also co-sign Cornered's thoughts on that as well.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's your man Desert Skies. We're just gonna go down the list.
Here we go.
Coldest geek in the desert.
We
know that a desert sky, a desert fox, is more on time than a corner fox. We know that a desert fox watches more anime than a corner fox. We know that a desert fox drinks more water than a cornered fox.
He said watches more, and that is a challenge. Because I will disagree. I will say just because I ain't up to date on the main stuff, don't mean I don't watch more.
You see how you prove my point?
I'll name 10 right now. Never mind. We ain't doing it.
Yo, you see how you prove my point?
Hey,
but anyway,
talk to me when we watch Berserk. Talk to me when Berserk gets watched.
You notice how he bring out an anime 20 years ago? But okay. But
he said a 20-year-old anime disrespecting the legacy that is Berserk. Do we need to talk about it? Do we need to talk about Berserk and how important it is? Or should we just talk about the games that Drew be playing?
Yo, name a recent anime in the last 5 years you watched.
Bro, I'm watching Demon Slayer right now.
No, I said fully.
I'm up to date on JJK. What are we talking about? I'm up to date on My Hero. Okay, what are we talking about? Like,
you just got up to date before this podcast. Don't do that.
That's not true. That's not true. It's just Swiss cheese logic. It's holes in it. Left and right. It's okay. It's okay, though, man. It's all right. It's all right.
I love it.
Anyway, back to my intro. Thank you. Out here, providing the funny when I can, trying to do the voice acting thing with Eric, trying to be on his level. And, just check me out. Hang out with Squad. We funny guys. We on here. We on time sometimes. But, DESERTSKIES. Yeah.
And our guest, if you don't mind introducing yourself.
What's going on, Phuca-Pod squad? This is your girl, SimpleeNix from the Animes Most Wanted podcast. content creator, streamer, tech worker, etc. Glad to be here with the squad. I've been hanging out with these guys for a while now. I've been supporting them, and it's good to see you guys. So, I got a lot to say about stuff we're going to talk about today, and it's going to be a good time. SimpleeNix, SimpleeNix on all platforms. I'm on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Hive, Threads, like all of it. So,
spell it out one more time for the people in the back that didn't hear you.
Simply SimpleeNix. So that is me.
There we go.
Thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
All right.
Shout out to the Threads community too. Yeah. We be going crazy on our Threads. That's what's up.
Yeah. Shout out to new non-toxic Twitter, I guess, if you will.
It's toxic. You just gotta look for it.
Right. It's not so apparent. But I mean, there are some threads that we've seen that people have commented that have been kind of sus, and we'll probably shout those out at some point in the near future. Kind of like side eye, where'd that come from? But for the most part, it's been very responsive. And then and Threads, I think, had their birthday recently as of this recording. So happy birthday to that.
Happy birthday, Threads.
So, where do we go here? We'll start off with everybody with their list of like what they've been watching and reading. Last episode, we talked about we were gaming, but it was only Desert and Wavy and myself. So I think we'll mix gaming and anime and movies and books into it. So let's say, since Cornered and SimpleeNix, you weren't here. So Cornered, what have you been playing, watching, reading? Like just endorsing it, all that kind of stuff, and all this stuff.
Absolutely. So, for those of y'all who don't know, big fighting game fan. Desert Skies will tell you, Tekken 8 has been primary. That's been getting played left, right, and sideways. This is one of the better installments in the Tekken franchise. Been playing Tekken 8 heavy.
Is it one of the better ones?
Yeah, Tekken 8 is pretty good. I mean, it's pretty controversial because of the new heat system mechanics that they put in place.
I heard about that. Yeah.
And the character list is always going to be up for debate. Everybody wants some characters in the game that ain't there yet. We see the same things with Street Fighter, but this Tekken has reinforced a lot of new mechanics that are very rewarding to aggressive type of play. And it takes away, very rewarding. Like if you play aggressive, like in Tekken 8, the best defense is offense. Like that is it.
Oh, okay.
And so like that is, yes, it is not, as heavy on parrying, countering, etc. Though if you're good, you can still get that off. But then you become aggressive. Like that's just what it's about. But the game's fire. Love it. Been playing that heavily. Outside of that, I still ain't finished Rebirth, so I'm still playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm far behind on that.
What's crazy is that no one has been finishing Rebirth, and it ain't been sounding like that either. It's kind of crazy. Like every podcast I listen to,
it came out. There was so much that came out at the same time. I think everything is kind of suffering a bit.
I posted on Threads. People have talked about finishing it and finished it a second time because they love the ending so much. There are people that have.
I'm hyped.
I just got out of the gold saucer.
It's not Paper Mario though.
It's not Paper Mario, but again, like so much came out at one time, so it's a lot of stuff that's out. I did the Final Fantasy 16 DLC, which was fire, of course. I still got to do Senua's Saga because I can't wait to do that right after. I still got to do Dragon's Dogma 2. Like,
oh my god, don't remind me.
I got the Elden Ring DLC.
I just walked in there last night.
See, and then reading. I just been reading. Berserk's all I've been reading. I was reading Kaiju, but I'm not reading that anymore, really. Because I want to watch. But Berserk
actually reading ahead of schedule? Look at you.
Yeah. I remember I did the same thing with Promised Neverland, and then I stopped because I wanted to see what's going to happen. Like, you just don't be knowing, Drew. He just don't know.
You're not going to watch the anime for like another year, but you're actually reading the manga. Okay, I see you.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that it was going to get picked up. Like, I had no idea. I thought that, like...
You've been under a rock if you haven't known that Kaiju number 8 was about to be turned to an anime.
I had no, I knew.
See, and this is where my Swiss logic be kicking in. All of a sudden,
I'm just saying. I just mentioned that I stopped, so I stopped reading it, and that's fine. Like I read Berserk afterwards because I wanted to get ahead of where I thought they were going to go in the Black Swordsman arc, but they didn't. The sequel that they made was trash. The 3D CGI kind of sequel was trash. So I was like, nah, not until I get a proper adaptation. Anyway, so there was that. What am I? I went and saw. This ain't really anime related, but I saw A Quiet Place Day One the other day.
I've got you like the horror movie.
Gonna see that Tuesday.
The horror genre is a great genre that honestly, they mess up too much. Like they mess it up way too much. But the horror genre, when done right, is a beautiful genre. Day One was good. If you saw A Quiet Place or familiar with the franchise, you should see Day One. The first movie, the first A Quiet Place with John Krasinski, that was probably still the best one. Quiet Place Part 2 was kind of buns to me. Kind of buns. And this one, I mean, Lupita was the lead. She killed it. You know what I'm saying? So
it's Lupita, I mean.
Yeah.
It's Lupita, yeah.
She doesn't miss.
All right, this is Lupita.
Yeah,
right. That's exactly right. Doesn't
she does not, and I mean, and it was written well, so it was all good. So that's been what I've been up to, and of course the Acolyte. Like I've been Acolyte, House of the Dragon. Like we could go on, but The Boys.
Oh yeah, I'm watching that too. Yeah.
But yeah, that's all. Did I cover everything? What I missed?
Yeah, I think it was what you're playing, what you're watching, what you're reading.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, okay.
That's about it.
Okay.
Hey, do we need to talk about Tekken the other day, Drew? Do we need to talk about that?
So, Nix, what have you been playing?
Watching? What about Tekken? I'm still rising. What you talking about? I'm still there.
Oh my god!
I ain't talking about your rank. I'm talking about that 17 win streak I had.
Yo, look. We were both warming up. You were playing somebody who wasn't with us.
Really? We was warming up. I'm playing my second character.
You've been on this. Go ahead, Nix. No.
I just sip my water. All right, so watching. Let's see, House of the Dragon as well. It's been phenomenal. So glad it's back. My Hero, Demon Slayer. I went and saw Bad Boys 4. Is it 4? 5? The latest one. I saw that.
It's 4.
I saw that. I saw that a couple weeks ago. It was amazing. I'm gonna go back and rewatch it. To catch up on Superman and Lois, like the CW version, because why not? And then I've been watching. I did watch also a couple weeks ago. I finished Blood of Zeus season 2. So
thank you for the reminder.
Yeah,
I need to do that.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, it's good because the first season I was iffy about how it progressed. I didn't get on the second one.
The second season, like. Man, I enjoyed it. Like now, mind you, like I enjoy if it's done right. I enjoy good storytelling, but there was definitely some action and some like oh shit moments like in there. Like the way it ended, I was like, damn. But yeah, definitely go watch it. We'll see. Playing. So I've been playing, of course. Destiny DLC came out last month. I've been heavy into Destiny. We got the Final Fantasy Light and Darkness saga ended. It was very emotional, you guys. It was very emotional. If anyone knows like the Destiny franchise, you're a Destiny fan. You know how emotional the ending of this last expansion was. It was very, very well done. Definitely. It was. Like if you we've been playing since day one. Like since like D1.
No, Nix. We'll pause here. Everybody in this group has dabbled in Destiny for short or longer periods of time.
Yeah.
Mid. I'm not
mid,
short
or mid.
Right.
I have a medium.
Right. No, but it's good to hear because I was also in from the beginning and then I stopped. What DLC Eric did I stop at after the one that we did together?
Beyond Light, I guess.
Beyond Light.
No, or Witch Queen?
Oh, get so good.
No, Witch Queen.
No, using Witch Queen. Witch Queen.
Yeah, Witch Queen. But
yeah. So
good.
Destiny, been playing the first Ascendant that came out last week, so I've been playing that. I actually kind of like it. Is it Destiny killer? In my opinion, no. But been playing that. Been playing Ghost of Tsushima on YouTube, so check out my YouTube. Been playing through Ghost, and I'm loving it. This game is so well
game
done.
Right there.
It's still.
Done.
That's not a throwback.
It's still done.
No, and to Desert's point. It's kind of that point where it's been holding. It's old, but it's holding.
It just came out on
it's
PC.
Holding its own.
It just came out on PC. Like,
on PC. And in my defense, I just got my PS5 last year, so I just got back on PlayStation like as of last year. So it's on my list.
I get why you're
enjoying it fully. Yeah. I am enjoying it fully. Like it is a phenomenal game. I am having so much fun with it. Let's see what else. Reading. I am reading Solo Leveling Season 2 now. The actual Season 2. Okay, and if y'all know, like I said this, and I'll say it now, that the season 1 that we got in the anime should have been season 1 part 1, because it's actually not the end of season 1. But hey ho, I rest my case.
Oh no, yeah,
we'll talk about it.
The actual first part of the manga is way longer.
I'm reading the actual season 2 of the manhwa. Just started this week, and oh my god, like listen. Woo! There's so much going on. Like I was back when I finished leveling, you are and read the light level. Like I am so ready. Like we're gonna talk about it a little bit. We'll talk about it later. Yeah. So yeah, I've got that. Been catching up on. I got so much to catch up on. My watch list is insane. So The Boys, The Acolyte, Osaka, Star Wars Visions, freaking stuff on Netflix and Hulu and like all the places. I've been watching the OG X-Men. I have like 2 or 3 episodes left in that series. So I actually was watching that as we
you're on season 2. You're in the same boat as Desert Skies, where you feel like you had to watch OG to watch the new.
Yes. Okay. Yes. And I got to the end. I'm like near the end of the OG one, and like watching that. But I was watching it. X97 religiously. I'm watching this every Wednesday. Like I'm gonna rewatch the episode.
Oh, so you was watching both at the same time?
Oh,
okay.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So.
Oh, you better than me.
No, look at that. Yeah.
So you haven't watched it yet, Desert, at all? The new one.
I haven't watched 97 at all. I just didn't see.
Oh man, you were in.
I told you I
didn't think Corner heard you because I was like, I
remember you saying that, but I thought you had like finished. I thought you finished the original.
No, I fell off because I started watching other things.
And that's fair, right? You're in for a treat, my friend. You're in for a treat. I gotta watch Blue Lock. I gotta watch Sealed Hero, and I gotta watch Castlevania Nocturne. Yeah, I know. I gotta watch all that. So my watch list is insane. I have like different stuff I gotta watch, but then I'm just waiting for reading wise, just for more. I'm waiting for more of the Under the Oak Tree on Manta. So just waiting for that to come back, and I gotta catch up on Lore Olympus. So now that it's over, so that's what I got going on.
Yo, shout out to Wavy. Because Blue Law was the best thing he ever suggested.
No, that's okay. And I'll admit that I need to get back on Blue Lock. I did not invest enough time.
You didn't finish?
I barely started.
I read every week it comes out. It comes out.
I definitely got to get back on that. I'm glad for the hype around solo leveling. I'm really hyped. I haven't started, but I've heard and I've been told.
Season 2 is on the show notes right now, so we can get that to that later too. That trailer just came out.
Yo, solo leveling. If y'all haven't read the manga.
Right. That's how I feel.
I'll watch it. It's fine.
Till 3 and 4 in the morning. Like I could not put this shit down. Like it is so good.
We were at work in Slack talking every week when they would drop a chapter like 2 years ago, and now like fruition is coming. They made it into an anime. I'm just like, what? Like man, I was in my Slack chat at work. It's like, guys, they're making it into an anime. They're like, what? I was just like.
Oh, this reminds me too. The Baki versus Kengan Shore came out
on Netflix, right?
Luckily, it's a movie. It's not good.
For me, I'm a heavy Baki fan, and I don't think it really matters. I don't think it really matters. Like, I've watched some of Kengan Shore, but not all of it. But it just wasn't. It just seems like filler. It just seems like heavy filler, and I really don't care about it. I really want to see more Baki breaking more like barriers in his family. That's really all I care about now. So this was very, and also too, like the characters in the Baki universe are very OP. It's really not, they have to kind of nerf them to make it something. But I don't know. For me, it's kind of a miss. Like I'm kind of good on.
Because I was thinking that too. Because I'm gonna watch it, but I was like. The people in Kengan, because I've seen both of them fully that are on Netflix, and Baki would normally wipe everybody in the other universe by himself, if not Ogre would come through and just do it. But I'm going to watch and see how they do it.
Yeah. So anyway, that just reminded me of that. And also, I know we had a couple people talking about Demon Slayer. I am not done with this season. And that's all. That's because I've also been catching up on Star Trek. I didn't mention that. And Wavy, keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut.
Oh God, are you serious?
Keep your mouth shut.
Not even Star Wars.
Keep your mouth shut. Okay, hold on. I mentioned the Acolyte. Let's not do that now. Anyways, this is just reminding me of things. I'm just trying to share with the squad. Can y'all just relax? So I've been watching Star Trek because Star Trek Discovery, the final season. I've been trying to finish. And so gotta do that. And then I know he's a hater, so I still have to finish this season of Demon Slayer. I'm still behind.
Wait, where'd you start?
What episode are you on?
3, 4, something like that.
Huh?
Yeah, I didn't watch it as it came out, and I was catching up, and I am on episode 4. So
I need to commit more time to my TV watching because like listening to Nix, I'm just like, there's so much I want to watch but just haven't.
There's so much.
There's a lot of stuff out there.
I feel like it's on Fire Force, and they just announced that the season 3 is coming out next year, and I'm just like,
on those two, yo.
I've been waiting for Fire Force for years.
I still gotta watch Dr. Stone season 3. I'm like, oh good lord, there's so much to watch. I know.
Yo, shout out again to Wavy because like I think he put me on the Fire Force too. Like when you got like good friends in your life, they put you on the good anime. Because I never would have discovered Blue Lock nor Fire Force if you didn't like drop in chat one day like, hey, y'all check out this anime. It's kind of cool. And then we always get on Wavy because like you don't even finish anime. So how are you gonna tell us about good anime?
But I do though. I just didn't finish Naruto. I didn't finish Naruto.
You gotta stop saying that, brother. You gotta stop.
Hey, Wavy. I've watched one episode of Naruto. Literally the first one, and I have not gone back yet. So,
see?
It's okay. It's okay.
We have two felons on the podcast here for y'all.
Not two felons.
Two anime felons.
You've only watched one episode of one of the big 3? What?
Like I've seen like other episodes like here and there, but as far as like I'm gonna sit down and watch Naruto, I watched the first episode, and I got pulled away to do something else. I was gonna like sit and have a session like to start it, and then I just haven't gone back.
Let me get my king out real quick. I remember when it first came out, and I saw the commercials. I was hyped for it.
Wasn't it the Toonami promos?
It's the Toonami promos.
It's just a ninja.
Well, if you feel that way about that, I've started One Piece at least twice now. So the next time I start it, stick with it. So,
okay, but that's okay. One Piece. That's okay. That's okay. I'll stand by you.
Well, they got the live action for people who just want to start One Piece, but I mean like. One Piece is a lifetime commitment.
Animes, no. You know, I am proud of myself.
There's a Phuca-Pod episode about
live
that.
action. I'm proud of myself. I'm sitting through the live action of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I had gripes with it, but it was okay.
It was good.
But I'm very anti live action anything.
The Netflix Avatar. Not Shyamalan. The Netflix Avatar.
There's no movie in Boston Say. There's no movie in Boston Say. Okay.
Right.
There's no movie.
I think I just mentioned the other day about how I got a Facebook or like memory of me.
Oh yeah, I did. You put that in the group chat. Yeah,
man, that was one of the worst days of my life, dog. When I went, me and my partner, man, shout out to him. We took the bus out. I was in Pittsburgh working. We took the bus out to go see the premiere of the movie of The Last Airbender or whatever. You know, we was like, oh man, finally live action. You know, we seen that first trailer with Aang and his head going. It was cool initially. Man, that movie was so trash, though. It was so.
It was horrible.
I'm talking, man, that was horrible.
It would take 10 people to move one small boulder. Like
that little dome. So I ain't even gonna give it the time.
They only use fire bending if there was a fire source near them.
There was no. Fire
but remember, the only person who could actually bend fire out their body was Iroh. Slender, tall, fit Iroh. Like it wasn't even like round pudge. He was just like handsome
Daddy Iroh.
Oh yeah, like he was like
Daddy Iroh.
Like,
and I agree with Nix. I did have gripes with the Netflix one too. Like Netflix one was better, but
it was better. No, like there was
I had gripes.
Yeah, like some of the acting, like there are definitely differences. And shout out to if y'all listen to the podcast. This is a critique of your technique. You all can grow. Everybody can grow. Like your podcast is trash. Understand that we're also growing too. Everybody can grow. Some of y'all's performances can grow, and y'all need to be open to criticism. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, don't. And then like y'all. Some of y'all are up and coming probably in your careers too, because there's young people too. So I.
And I will say, like, yes, the movie was absolutely diabolical for so many reasons. However.
Yeah.
That was then. This is now. We're in 2024. So, like, the graphics things we can kind of do more with live action than we could back then. So that's also probably part of it. But I think I would have rather, as a diehard fan, I have watched the series so many times, like through like over the years, right? Not even just like watching it like as a kid, like growing up, like oh, okay, I'm watching it. No, I mean like even like oh, it's on Netflix. I'm gonna go find it and watch it. So like I will say like I will give them a little grace. You know, like that's what they had at the time versus what we have now.
Oh no!
Me as a fan, I would have preferred to just wait, and that never existed. Because again,
this is not rocking with that.
You're better than me.
It's been confirmed that M. Night Shyamalan just looked at the IP and said, "Oh, that's a good idea. This is what I'm going to do," and then just crapped over it. They called Aang Unk.
They called Sokka Soka. I mean, I get it.
There's no forgiving it.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Like that stuff like that. Like again, clearly room to grow there. Did you even do your research? Probably not.
None.
But graphically wise, I will say we have more now than they had then. But I personally, as a fan, would have preferred to have waited for the live action on Netflix. And just again erase that there is no movie. And then watching say
it was like the storylines they combined into the not Bansing say into the Omashu arc. They combined so many stories into the Omashu arc.
Yeah.
That was my main gripe because I was very upset how they just
it's like
they tried to squeeze the whole book into an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It was just like,
but to their point, each episode was like each episode initially the original was like 20 minutes long, and those storylines didn't necessarily need their own episodes anymore.
Fair. There was some filler in there.
The only thing the one thing I did have also gripe about was the love tunnel, and who they had go into the love tunnel.
Yes.
Yeah, I know Desert didn't like that. You talked about that before too.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I don't give live action a chance, so
I usually don't. Yeah, this is the one time I made an attempt this time. Because I avoided live action One Piece, I avoided live action Cowboy Bebop, I avoided live action Yu Yu Hakusho. I just don't do live actions. So
I didn't live action Yu Yu Hakusho yet. I got watch.
Live action Cowboy Bebop was not bad. Like that joint was.
Is it? I heard people say it was horrible. Really?
I will say, and I was gonna shout out Desert for his point. Like it is good having a squad to like talk about recommended shows and stuff. Like it really does go a long way. I will say. I think the Cowboy Bebop live action is worth starting. I truly enjoyed it. I signed a petition to bring it back. I was like,
you said worth starting. He didn't say anything about finishing it.
Well, because everybody, but no, that's a good call out. Because the point is, like, it has such a vibe and a theme to it that really fits, and you can't really take it away from the anime. And the live action, they adjusted some things because they had to for live action, but they still do a good job of capturing the vibe and the theme, and it works, and they acted it well, and it really kind of hit. I would be very here if they brought them back. I know they're not going to, but I would really be here for it.
Would you say it's as good of a live action as the One Piece live action? That got a lot of accolades from the fans. So
I didn't see the One Piece live action. I can't.
Okay, fair.
But I agree with you. I don't really do a lot of live actions either. You, Desert, like I agree. I've only seen, the Rurouni Kenshin live action.
The Full Metal Alchemist trilogy you have on Netflix is good.
Oh, really? Live action?
Yeah.
I didn't watch that. I remember seeing that back in the day.
I'd say it's worth the watch. I'd say.
Full Metal Alchemist. I did rewatch Death Note.
The Netflix one?
You rewatched the Death Note live action?
No, not the live action. I rewatched the anime. No, it just reminded.
I was like, your whole opinion just went out the door.
I never saw that. I never saw that.
Is there like a Bleach one?
Yeah.
A Bleach live action? I don't know.
Every popular anime,
one of the movies, yeah.
And then they keep talking about Naruto, keep trying to push Naruto live action through the door.
They're trying to push it. Lionsgate's trying to push it, and I don't think people are not going to like that at all.
We have
they got to go crazy with it.
So like One Piece, like if you want to get into One Piece and not have to watch 200 episodes to get into One Piece, you could watch live action of One Piece to just get into it.
So
and
it's
then
endorsed. That's crazy.
I was like, so yeah, like it was endorsed. I was like, interesting. So I still might actually watch the anime, but we
have a whole episode of Phuca-Pod this season talking about live actions actually. So it's a couple episodes back from this one. So if this is new and you want to go find it, it's just a couple episodes back that way, and then come back here again and come back around to this anime discussion. One question I do want to ask everybody, and then I think I mean, we've all already talked about what we're watching, and Wavy and Desert. I don't know if you guys wanted to touch on what you've been watching and reading as well, to keep it pushing, because I think generally everybody has said everything that we've said, but I want to bring up maybe there's a couple animes or things that you're reading that you didn't hear in the discussion so far. And so for me, I'll say I endorse Go Loser Ranger on Hulu.
I was watching it.
Go Loser Ranger.
I fall off and I fall back on and I fall off, so I need to fall back on again.
I don't know what that is.
So basically, it's
interesting.
It's a spin on the the Sentai Rangers, Power Rangers or whatever.
Yeah,
but imagine instead of them just being like the righteous heroes, like it's all an act, and you come to find out that it's like a whole other deeper thing going on around it, and manipulation of the monsters that you see all the time. And this one monster's like, yo, I've had it. The monster's like, I've had it from losing all the time. And so now he's stepped out to try to figure out how he can wipe out the Rangers. And then come to find out, as he's like going covert in the school of the Rangers that they have up, there's mess going around. Like the Red Rangers got anger issues. The Blue Rangers got, who's alcohol? Basically, like all the main Rangers got issues.
He's about to give out the whole anime. He's like, don't need to watch out.
No. I'm trying to tell you as much as I can.
Y'all love spoiling shit.
Right. I'm trying to tell you as much as I can.
It's anime or live action?
It's anime. I'm trying to tell you as much as I can to possibly entice to say, here's the interesting points about it. And that's not all of it. And for me, that's...
Is it fire?
Yes. For me, and it's one of the animes I'll say I watch, and probably talk about that on the group. That's the one anime where I watch the opening and closing song every time. Every time.
Okay.
Love the anime opening and closing.
Anime opening and closing. And then, I mean, season 2, the anime opening and closing better be as fire as these choices that they had for the openings. I posted them on for our slaps. We brought back squad slaps. Our boss posted both of those on our Instagram.
Hey, y'all go support the squad slaps whenever y'all see them on IG, man.
Love a good squad slap.
And then reading. My Hero, see, they just come out with two chapters, so like we're coming to a close. I know we posted that or announced that about My Hero's coming to an end.
I'm ready for it.
August, man.
So now, I mean, the question comes also, that could be later on, after Wavy and Desert's points, a good anime that just ends. I think we talked about that in a previous podcast season about mangas that end, comics that don't, mangas that continue, sequels, all that kind of stuff. It's like, is it good to just stop, or is it opening up to say, the normalized time skip? 5 years later, this person's married, this person's retired, this person's dead.
If it's good, then you should do that. But if it's not, then don't do it.
Right. But
that's how I look at it.
I mean, I think they just gotta tell the story.
Yeah.
I mean, remember me and True Noob talked about this. Like, when to end it. It's like, tell your story, the story you're trying to tell, bring it to its conclusion, wrap it up there. People throw money at you, then you tell a new story. Okay, tell a new story and wrap that one up. But if you just have these segments that are going and going and going, and people just like, okay, where's this going? Okay, where's this going? Okay, where? I mean, Dragon Ball is reaching that point too. We don't got to talk about it, but like Dragon Ball's, it's dragging on. Like, it's going
Dragon Ball, okay.
And I'm here for it. Like, I'm here. I'm a stan of Dragon Ball, but I'm just like, yo, this shit could have ended a while ago.
Should have ended it
pretty well.
GT did. Thank you for bringing that up. GT ended it great.
GT ended it pretty well. It's like Goku went inside the dragon. He no longer needed to fight. He said goodbye to his family. It was like, hey, we had a good time. He
rides off with Shenron. Beautiful. I was so here for it. Super.
That's a hot take. Right. And then super. Right.
That's not a hot take for people that like Dragon Ball.
So for me, it's like reading My Hero. I am holding back from reading Demon Slayer, holding back from reading Solo Leveling.
Don't read Demon Slayer.
And holding back from reading.
The anime's too fire. Like,
it's like the same thing I had with Naruto. Like I was watching Naruto to a point, and it took so long for dubs that I got impatient.
Yo, that's what happened. I was at Hampton, and I think it was you, Drew. I was like, I need to start reading so I could talk to them about it.
I mean, right, technically, like, if we're talking about, like, Phuca-Pod started from our, like, separate anime chats that became one chat that we all talked about it, and the big mystery, like, who was Toby? Y'all remember that? When it was like, yo, who the freak is this man if he's not Madara? You know, like that's where this podcast and this group started from. I couldn't wait, and I read it. And so then when I finished it, and then they're like, oh, this season's coming out. I've already read it. You know, like I'm good.
You can't do that with Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is too far.
Okay.
The animation's too far.
But I mean, that's kind of the evolution of like an anime lover. Like you read the manga and you're like, I wonder how they're going to end.
No, and that's true.
Because that's how I am.
With My Hero, everybody's caught up on the anime and like the manga to a certain point. The whatchamacallit arc with the Yakuza Bull. The dude who could touch and deconstruct and put things back together. When Mirio, overhaul,
okay.
And reading it, reading it. When you flip the page over, all you see is Deku kick Overhaul, and he was like full kaiju mode, kick the bull in the sky. So all you see is a full drawn page of bulls clear in the sky. So you saw Deku using 100% to his fullest ability, beating all mans. When they
because what's her name on it?
Right, reversing the damage, and then when you watch it, all you see is he just goes like this, and you see flame fists of just infinite,
just mad fists out of nowhere. Just
that animation was pretty fire.
That was
chef's kiss,
like
for sure.
You know, it's like we drew this. This was hot, and the anime's almost hold my beer.
We can do better.
That's crazy. So if anything, I would read Demon Slayer to know what's happening, but I would probably watch it to see it happen, because sometimes I think even when you draw certain mangas, like you see it, but then when you see it in anime, you go, oh, that's what happened, because it's full screen, color.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, you know, with manga, you see somebody punch and then you turn the page, something else happened. Like, you have no idea what happened.
Yeah, it goes in the frames, yeah.
So I want to know where it's going from here. I'm tempted, but I won't.
But kind of like that one scene in Demon Slayer, which I'm not going to say what happened, but that one animation point, you're just like, hey, yo, with, the last episode, the finale, and with the family, yeah.
Okay, but no, this is good. This is good because I don't think we got to talk about this one because it'll spoil. But even if we talk about the entertainment district,
okay,
that one, right? Same deal. That was like,
the whole final fight in the entertainment arc. I could watch that on repeat. Like
that fight was insane.
It was crazy. And
hearing that in Japanese is just so amazing. Like, coming on! Let's go! And he's like, boom! And he's like, oh crap!
When Drew started acting it out,
and then
I just got hyped thinking about it.
The clashing John, like, come on, like, come on.
It was beautifully,
and this makes you scared. Yeah. This man was number 5. This man was number 5 highest demon, and he was doing this. What are 1, 2, and 3 about to look like? Goodness.
Well, we saw a little bit of what 3 looks like, Akaza, because he fought Rengoku.
Oh, yeah, Rengoku.
So you see a little bit, but like, man.
that's right in the movie.
And even then, he was too OP. He's like, please don't make me kill you. I want to make you a demon so we can fight forever.
So was he trying, or was he kind of like, was he like trying, or was he like, oh man, you have potential?
He was chilling.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he was just like, oh, you have potential.
He's like, you could be so much stronger. He's like, cuts off my arm, grows it back. Please, I'm going to kill you if you keep this up. Goku's like, set your heart ablaze.
Set your heart ablaze. Overcome your limits.
I look at I was almost forgot what I was gonna say, but I look at the animation studio most of the time these days. Like I'm looking at the studio, who is it? I'm looking at stuff they did before to like really gauge if it's worth kind of looking at. And then like for me, I'll go back to Promised Neverland. I stopped. The animation was good. It wasn't phenomenal because it's not that type of anime like Demon Slayer, but like I wanted to see on screen how everything was going to unfold in the story. Of course, they deviated from the manga like severely, but sometimes it really is like, man, I want to see what's going to happen. And most of the time, I feel like I default to that. If I know that the anime is coming and the manga is real good, I'm like, okay, I just want to see it. But like for the things that I know it's not coming, like Vagabond, for example, which I read, or like Berserk, I'm just like, no, I just need to know what happens. I need to know the story. I'm engaged. Like that's it. Yeah.
So like solo leveling for me, I put it down. Like I kept getting lost. Like I would read it and then I would like lose the tab. I mean, shout out to you guys who have the struggle where you lose that one manga app when you get a new phone.
The web novel
and that,
every time
that website no more, that app no more. Find another one. You know what I'm saying? And I kept losing it, and then finally it's animated now. So now I want to go find. I think it's like sololeveling.com. I think has the whole John on it.
Because it became so popular because the OG people had to find that app, that thing, refresh it every week, and just keep on going.
Hey, some people too, which is real helpful. They'll on YouTube, they'll just post I
remember that. Like I did that once for Bleach one time. Yeah,
it's real good. Like then you can sit down, just eat a snack or something, and they'll go through each slide and each page, and you can read it like while it's going.
That's helpful.
There's a whole lot of different ways to enjoy it.
And to lean into the other side of the argument of manga that you finished where they tried with the anime and it didn't hit as much. You know where I'm going with this?
I don't think I've ever been disappointed.
7 Deadly Sins.
Oh, I didn't read the manga. I watched anime all the way through.
I started reading after.
No, that's why I did read it.
And I started reading after watching, and then I stopped reading. I stopped reading after I thought it was done. Remember when I thought the anime was done, and I stopped reading, and then apparently there was more after with what's his name?
Where did you stop? Where did you stop? Did you stop after the cat revealed itself?
Maybe was that when they fought? What's his name?
The Demon King.
Yeah. After that, I stopped.
Yeah. So now, so
there's a whole other
mind you, and then like everybody's caught up on the. Is everybody caught up on the? Everybody care about the manga and or anime?
See the spoiler for me. It's fine.
I need to read. I need to finish watching. I watched episode 1 of the new one, but that was about it. But yeah,
the 7 Deadly Sins animation.
So we're all the same point, right? Where I was the way you.
Wait, there's a new 7 Deadly Sins
now, right?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
So now. And they've already talked about it because if you think about it, like
just a regular anime on Netflix. Yes, he's talking about.
It's like a follow-up.
What are you talking about?
No, I thought it was like another 7 Deadly Sins after this other one.
There is. It's the next generation.
Right.
It's the Boruto of the 7 Deadly
Sins. Okay. I gotta find that.
Right.
Then.
But the question is, do you want to?
And that's my watch list. I do want. I like the first 7 Deadly Sins a lot. So
you like the animation? Did you read it?
I didn't read. I don't read manga. Y'all know that already.
You gotta stop saying that out loud.
I read comic books, and I should like manga because I love comic books, and they're just basic Japanese comic books.
You just read it. Okay,
yeah. So I'm on Dragon's Judgment. I gotta pick back up. Dragon's Judgment, but that's why I gotta pick back up on the anime.
Wait, where for what now? Next?
No, the manga wasn't magnificent.
That was. It was like
Dragon's Judgment. Yeah, it's like where I gotta pick back up.
Wait, what was Dragon's Judgment after the fight with the Demon King?
No, it's during the fight with the Demon King.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because I thought I watched.
Yeah, let's say. I don't think so.
It was like the flip. That flip of the reveal of the third brother. For those that whatever that don't want to spoil. Like I was just like lightly touch people that are listening. Like the reveal of the third brother, who he really was. The curse that is inflicted on Meliodas or was on Meliodas and Elizabeth or whatever. It alluded at the end. Like there were name drops throughout the show that alluded to the fact that we were going to go into like King Arthur. Oh, because of Arthur. Because of Arthur.
Right, Arthur.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, where are you going with that? So now we've got Tristan. We've got like the knights' names are the kids, and one kid is a kid of Meliodas and Elizabeth. The other kid is a kid of Diane and the fairy
Fairy King.
Yes. The other kid of Bon and King's sister. So they got them, and then they're.
Dang, she don't even got a name.
I can't remember her name. Elaine.
Elaine, yeah.
Oh, the one that who was messing with or whatever.
That Bond fell in love with.
Yeah,
the young joint, the Fountain Youth joint.
Right.
Well, I mean, she's 1,000 years old, but yes.
Right, so she's technically cougaring on him.
Let's not Drake. We're not getting canceled here.
Let's not Drake her. Drake him.
69 God.
Goodness.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Shout out to Kendrick Lamar.
Oh my gosh!
I just saw the video yesterday.
Made a video.
How petty
can you be? I've given up. I haven't. Like. I'm not done. I didn't say I was done. You done. I'm not done.
I put on Twitter that he should make an album and call it DOA, the death of Avery, but it would be crazy if he released it on his birthday. So I don't know if that would actually be a thing.
Hey, that would be
that would be
I honestly think that
I would expect something like that from him at this point.
I think he's done after the video. I
thought he was done after the last track. I didn't know it was gonna go video and a whole concert.
No. Yo, Drake's gonna come back, but he's gonna just calm down and be like, let me go back to singing Drake.
But I saw a picture of him that people were putting around, like the picture of him as like the party. And that man aged. Yeah, that man.
Nah, he's just biracial. That's his white showing. That's all it is.
That's crazy.
Damn.
That's his white showing. He's just biracial. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? He ain't stressed about this.
Technically, we could talk. Technically, I think the fastest we could touch on music too, in our chats too. But like, who got all that kind of time? Like, it's like it's like what you're listening to as well.
I mean, there's a whole lot that we could talk about.
But Desert and Wavy, because I had mentioned Go and I had mentioned like what I was reading. Is there anything that you hadn't heard that you want to drop? Be like, yo, I'm watching this. Y'all need to get on this.
You can go Desert. I'll go last.
I don't know. The only thing you need to catch up on our watch is Blue Lock. Like, Blue Lock is that show. The movie that's coming out is basically just going to be a filler from a different perspective. That's about it. But this fall when season 2 drops,
I'm on it.
Okay, I have a question for you. Can I watch the movie and like catch up, like use that as a catch up for the anime, even though it's from a different perspective?
No.
Okay.
Because like,
that's fair. I just want to be sure.
Gotta watch.
So to be sure.
Yeah, no, like you'll get like halfway through it. Like the first part of the movie is gonna be new because we don't know Naoki's perspective from like early on. We know parts of it, so they're gonna fill in that part. But then they're gonna catch up to the main character, show his perspective, like blah 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 blah, rival, and then they're gonna like split off. But then like want to watch off everything else because it's like, oh man. Cause like I've been reading ever since I caught on and got the Blue Lock bug, and then man, every Wednesday I check every Wednesday for a new chapter. It be coming. It's so fire. That's the only thing like giving me hope for the fall. Cause like the fall like bringing me dread right now because of obvious reasons. But Blue Lock
in the like, fall, wait, why is Drake bringing you dread?
Election.
Oh.
All right.
Moving on. No.
Thanks for the existential crisis that we now all feel.
We're trying to escape all this. We're going to bring it back.
So, yeah, back to anime. So, yeah, watch Blue Lock.
Right. Hey, how come? Okay, I want to also say, because I know you're going to go Wavy real quick, but nobody told me that JJK Season 2 was that fire.
What?
I thought we've been telling you that in the chat the whole time. You saying this fire.
Kick this man. Where's the kick button?
Y'all need no. The difference is y'all don't get as hype as I need. Like y'all like,
every time you try to get hype, you like don't get so hype. I don't want to spoil nothing.
I said don't spoil it. That's all I said. Don't spoil it.
But how can you not spoil something and not get hype at the same? Kick this man. Yo, it's nice having you cornered. We'll see you next podcast. You gonna lie on our names?
He said, how you get hype and not spoil it? That's what he said. How you get hype and not spoil it? You can't hype some shit up without spoiling it. What?
But in the chat though, it's in the
this
chat.
This is the greatest fight ever. Oh, don't spoil it. Okay, well I left it at that. It's the greatest fight ever.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like we get hype and all that kind of stuff, but it's like we get hype. It's like don't say that kind of stuff. We're gonna get too hype. Now I know it's gonna be hype and stuff like that.
Just be like, yo, you need to like this. You need to blah blah. Just keep it up. Keep the
watch Go Loser Ranger. Anyways, give it a shot.
I did.
Watch Go give it a shot. Watch Go Loser Ranger. Give it a shot. Okay. It's hype. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Oh, let's see. There we go. No, that's
finish Demon Slayer. It's hype. It's good.
Demon Slayer. Same thing. That's
Go Loser. Sure, it's a cool anime, but JJK Season 2. JJK Season 2?
It was amazing.
Vinland Saga Season 2 too.
It's the anime. It's that anime.
I still say that they did my boy. They did Zaddy Nanami dirty, and I was very upset. But you know,
yo, JJK is just like House of Dragons.
But you know, don't get attached to no one. Get attached to no one.
Character-wise,
everyone,
yeah.
Get attached to no one.
That's true. I was happy that they started like really killing people off. Like that was tight. I was like, okay, y'all took the next step now. Like Demon Slayer, we can do this. Now don't spoil nothing.
I'm also glad they gave that flashback, from the movie perspective.
Yes,
we all watched Zero. I'm glad they gave that. I'm glad they gave that flashback in the beginning of season 2, where it's like, okay, here they are in school, and you're like, oh shit, these are them as students. This is crazy, Like that was cool to see.
Can we not talk about how that was the bop of the summer or spring or whenever the first 5 episodes came out?
Oh yeah.
It was just like I was playing I was over here jamming like.
When an anime enters happy, but everyone dies. Like yeah.
The best part, and Wavy, I'm gonna hand it to you after this. I think the best part of our recommendation system that we kind of got going on, that is keeping it to stuff that is truly fire. Like like when we recommend stuff to each other, I think, and of course this came with heavy debate. We was always yelling at each other about it, but when we come at each other with recommendations, like we want it to be at worst something I'll enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Like at worst. So like we'll talk about, we talked about Dr. Stone way back, Wavy. Like we would talk about that and share.
Still fire. Season 5
fire.
Like,
fire.
The kingdom of science.
Like
when I was wholesome. I'm like, this is great. I'm learning and acting.
Yo, I'm so sad. I'm not into science. Like I wish I was smarter, so I could be like, oh, I want to do this now. We gonna build a battery.
You are smart. Don't downplay yourself on this podcast.
Yo, I just said I wish I was smarter because I was over here like, let me get my nitrogen dioxide. Oh, I was gonna come on and like, Mom, I made a battery. Like what?
From scratch, yeah.
Hey, the truth is, smart. We just always do this shit. We was all there failing the same courses, don't the same tests. Okay, it's all good.
Yo, that's still a scar on my soul.
I'm still in therapy for that.
That's a fact, though. Yeah.
But
yeah, Wavy.
Oh, okay. I mean, most of y'all said it. I mean, I've been watching Demon Slayer season 4. I finished that. It was great. I've been watching My Hero, of course, but then I also started an anime. I put something in my watch list. This one I watched.
I knew you were going to talk about it. I saw that.
I've been telling y'all about it in the chat. I thought it was good. You say it's the 12th episode. It's anime. It came out like 2021, but like by the end of it, you can tell they're not making a second season. But it was cool. It was skateboarding anime and stuff like that. It was a good story, The action in it was really good in it too, and the animation was nice. So
skate. Okay.
Is it giving
Nick knows it.
Is it giving Air Gear? Is it giving Air Gear feels?
Yes. I got Air Gear feels myself.
No, is it giving Air Gear similarity?
Air Gear? I don't think I saw that. What are you talking
about? Air Gear.
Yes, but with skateboards.
Oh, no, I haven't seen Air Gear. No, I haven't seen Air Gear. So.
Yes, but with skateboards.
Right.
Yes.
Definitely skateboarding and stuff.
Sports anime. Is this a sports? Is this like a sports anime or just like an anime with skateboards?
I would say anime with skateboards. That's what I would say. I would say combination of the two.
It's like Blue Lock is about soccer.
Yeah, and this one is about skateboarding, but there's still like a story in there and stuff like that. I kind of like,
or like Beyblade was about. Technically, it was sports, but it was like fantasy, like with the bit beasts and all that stuff or whatever.
Yeah, no, I'll say it's similar to like both of those. Like it's about skateboarding, at the same time, there's still a story out there outside of it. You know what I'm saying? That didn't have skateboarding involved.
Are they? Is there a tournament arc? It's like a mini tournament. I gotta win. I gotta win the town championship.
There's a tournament arc. There's a tournament in the middle of the anime and stuff like that, especially to the end of it. So
it's like good if you have a tournament.
The pro tag who's secretly good, the antagonist town champ who's just full of himself until the pro tag be like, sit down, and then they become your best friend, and then they become a Vegeta Sasuke type where they're only better than everybody else but you, and then the real bull comes to town, and
I mean,
so what the high key is going on here?
Yeah, and I think my other anime I've been watching. Well, this finally just came back. And then the Nier Automata anime that just came back. I think this past week. So I'm like one episode behind, and I gotta watch that. And of course, y'all said the Acolyte. I'm watching that. Kaiju number 8. I finished that joint. So I'm watching that. I was watching that week to week. I thought it was really good.
I'm proud of you for that.
Especially the end. Especially the end.
That was really,
really
good. That one. Dang.
I'll be on it, man. I'll be on it on Crunchyroll. So.
Kaiju number 8 was cool because I remember I saw the internet hyping it. I was like, "Oh my god, Kaiju number 8 is gonna be."
I didn't see the internet hyping it
up.
The
new best animes, blah blah blah. I was like, okay, I never heard of it, but
I didn't even see the internet hyping it up. I was on Crunchyroll just surfing. It'd be promoting it right on the front thing. And I just went on YouTube, saw the trailer. I was like, oh,
yeah, I've seen it. That's definitely like one of the top banners that they do now when you log.
Yeah,
I've said to Des,
see them like
actually. I want to check that out.
Yeah, because I've never seen them hype things like that before. It's like, hey, Kaiju number 8 in like 36 hours, get ready.
Right. That's the first time I've ever seen that happen too. That's the first time I've ever seen that happen on Crunchyroll. Yeah.
Heavy push.
Somebody got money.
Right.
Over here, like, yo, plaster us.
To lean into the point, I think, before we get into Wavy, is anything because I know of all of us, I know Cornered, you read comic books as well because you subscribe to like the comic book stuff.
Oh yeah,
but are any comic books that I think that one of the things we don't touch on as much is comic book recommendations.
Oh, I would definitely say Ultimate, because they just rebooted the Ultimate Universe in Marvel and stuff like that. So I've been reading Ultimate Spider-Man, which is really good. I think they're on number 6 right now. I'm on number 4. I just finished number 4, so I'm like two issues behind. And Ultimate Black Panther, the first issue was so good, but I just like life got in the way, so I couldn't go to a comic store like that no more. And I'm like, they're like 6 issues in right now, but the first one was so good. I've been meaning to like get back into it because that one is like probably the best one, Ultimate right now. And then Ultimate X-Men is like it's good, but it's like it's almost like an anime kind of thing. It's not really like X-Men per se. So it was kind of interesting to read that. And then I think Wonder Woman. I've been reading the Wonder Woman issues. Wonder Woman is really good right now with DC. And then also what else? Thrawn from Star Wars. He got his own issue, his own comic book now with Marvel. Nice, he's like team up with he's with like I think it's I don't know what time it's in between, but he's with Darth Vader and stuff like that, and that's actually pretty good. So
it's got to be
pre-Battle of Yavin or whatever.
Probably, yeah. And then
that's kind of like the cool thing. So
yeah, I've been reading that. You know what I'm saying? And Batman. The last one I was touched on is Batman in the Lost World. This is called. Let me see. Batman Off-World. It's like I think it has like probably a couple issues right now. I read 3 issues. That one's really good. I like Batman comics a lot too. So that's what I'm reading. Comic book
easy seller from like Nintendo with the Italian. DC be like, oh, all else fails, get the bat. We need some bat content.
Bruce, we need you.
Bat content. We need some bread.
There's also a new Storm line that came out.
Wait, it came out already?
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Donna Goddess, yeah.
Okay.
I haven't read it, but yeah.
The Donna Beautiful?
Donna Goddess. I think it came out last month.
That's my girl.
Yeah, but I had an alert set for it on Marvel app.
There we go.
But see, that's one of the best things.
Oh, I'm gonna definitely go to the combo store and get that joint then. Most definitely. Yeah.
Like when life gets in the way, not like with Wavy, but like when like you miss a few weeks of something and then you come back, and you don't realize you got like a little buffer of like shows or like things to watch. Because I remember like last week I was like, oh, let me catch up on Kaiju number 8. So I was like, oh my god, this is such a great episode. I gotta wait 2 weeks. Wait, next episode. I missed the episode. Like, oh, okay.
I'm telling you, this Demon Slayer binge is great. Like watching
it
in bunches
is
great. I rarely get to watch.
It's less torturous.
This is great.
I probably say, what's the lesser of two evils? I think everybody in the panel is going to have a different thought on this. Wavy, were you finished what you were reading?
Oh no, I just had like there's 2 other things like I watched anime wise. It's called Remonster.
Okay.
I watched that full season. It's basically like it's like another one of those like the protagonist dies and gets transferred and gets pushed into another world and stuff like that.
Oh, is that the Isekai?
Yeah.
It's one of those. It's one of those.
Right, you better say his name.
I want to be in an Isekai. Oh, I died a game designer, but came back as a level 99 king in a new world.
Like, oh. Well, this person came back as a goblin or something like that, in a goblin world or something like that. But it was good. It was like 12 episodes. Slayer. Goblin Slayer was really good too. Goblin Slayer was really good. All right. And then me and my wife watched the.
Oh my gosh, we're on season 2. So we're on season. We just got to season 2.
Season 2 was amazing. Okay. I'll say that season 2 was amazing. So
The Bear. Everyone's been recommending that too.
Yeah,
it's been
recommended. My wife didn't like how vulgar the beginning of season 1 was because they were all just really. It was really a lot of anger. It was really emotion filled that first season, and then we got to that low point. I was like, okay, she was like, that was good, but then that like second to last episode when he was like flipping out because of all the orders or whatever, he's like, man, get the fuck out of here. I was just like, all right,
I just wanted some fries.
But y'all watch The Boys though. But y'all,
I've been watching The Boys too. Of course, The Boys.
Well. Oh, I didn't know y'all didn't watch The Boys. Okay.
The Boys and Invincible will fire.
1 episode.
Yeah, last episode I saw they had Bull in the cage, the invisible Bull in the cage.
That's season 1. Like,
I know.
Way back when.
That's where I was too. I think I'm an episode after that.
Oh, you're on season 1, Drew.
Yeah,
I'm on season 2.
Oh,
I'm on season 2 of The Boys.
I'm watching it currently right now. The Boys season 5 is still fire.
Like everybody always says, like if you like superheroes and stuff, like The Boys is definitely your thing. Because like I like Invincible, and I've watched all of Invincible.
Invincible was so good. Oh my gosh!
So like I need to watch The Boys, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to watch The Boys.
We tried the new Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Donald Glover.
Was that good? Did you see the old one?
Yeah.
He said,
Did you like the old one?
It's not that.
I did too. So I don't know. I mean,
but Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie were like they're already experienced and they basically just melding their lives together. This one is like Mr. and Mrs. Smith is a program, and like they're learning how to kill people and live together.
That sounds very less interesting.
That sounds way less interesting.
Yeah, and they fell in love already, but then they're dealing with marriage, like. In that way, like while they're also trying to like get to know each other.
Some Spy Family.
Yeah, no Anya,
but not Spy Anya. Family.
Right. Imagine a Spy Family with no Anya.
Oh, shout out to Spy Family. I saw the movie, watched all the seasons.
What are we gonna buy week? Are we gonna buy season? Like nothing. This joint's been silent since the movie.
Is it good again?
It's been good.
No, I'm with Corner. We've been on this situation trying to get secrets from this bull for like 2 years. I need y'all to like. If anything, I know we talked about this before, but like the idea of like, can the family just realize that if they all knew each other's abilities, shoot, like my husband was an assassin. My husband was a spy. I'm an assassin, and then my adopted daughter can read minds. It would be like.
And my dog can see the future. Like, I mean,
but I also get the appeal of. I think there's been other series like this where all the people are like trying to live their lives around each other, and if they realize what they could do and come together, they will be unstoppable. Like, and also it leads to that thought when in the openings, like you would think in the openings you see them all kind of working together, and then at the end of it you just see it's just Anya like imagining what if we all knew what each other could do, kind of thing. But she can't formulate that because she's 4. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it has to be something where it slowly blends in. Like, either, like, it's a season finale for, like, season, like, 3 that they find out, and then season 4, you determine if they're really going to keep on going. But then once they keep on going, that's kind of like your imagination after that point. Because then it's like, okay, now it's like, okay, are we going to save the country together or stop this war?
Because, like, if my wife... If my wife that I brought on, if I see her one time punch Bull into the concrete and make a crater, I have questions.
Well, he got hit by that same hand several times. He's just like, oh.
And then does he write it off like, oh, something? It was kind of like, bro, come on, nah, like, no, like. Or no, or Anya being like, oh, you should check that clock over there, and it's like she's 4 years old, and I was wondering about that. Nah. Like, I have questions, but also as a viewer, you see it differently than the characters. So anyway, but like that's that. But one gripe I'll have, like, and I bring it to the panel is like, I know we were talking about how we're oversaturated with anime, but I definitely think somewhere, some line in the last 3 or 4 years,
We are.
Isekai has become the word.
Has it?
Well, yes, because there's like 10,000 of those each time.
That time I looked at my computer screen and became a world. That time, no, but like, like now it just.
Oh, you mean like the ones now that are spewing up out of nowhere, like they're like almost generated?
Like I died and became a leveled.
That one time I became a.
And now they got Suicide Squad Isekai, which I pulled aside to watch. Like.
I heard it sucked, or at least I saw on one article it sucked.
I don't.
And then I read one article.
Let me not double negative myself. I believe that just from looking at where it is on the lack of promotion and where it is on Max and the animation and what they're trying to do is kind of like you tried it. I respect that you tried it, but no, and it's like there's so many isekais now.
Yeah,
like.
I'm still gonna
Isekai is the new zombie trope oversaturation that we got post Walking Dead because it's in everything. It's and like not even just like anime. It's in like the TV shows. Like again, we were talking about DC shows earlier. Crisis on Multiple Earths and the multiverse and just whatever. And like again, there's a market for it, sure, but at the same time, you're just like, come on, can we please have something original? Like. As much as I am a Spider-Man fan, I love Miles Morales to death. Why do we have the Spider-Verse? Like, can we have a different? Can we have a different story?
I'll take the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse
for sure.
But like if we talk about that podcast, but that haircut though in Spider-Man 2.
Like the haircut. Why is the haircut like the default for everybody in video game characters? All the black characters have a haircut.
Because in the boarding room, they're making these decisions. This is how many black people are there in the building, but we're not in that building.
In the building, literally in the company, Right. It's like, oh yeah, this worked over here. Let's use it over here. No,
if you Google the actor for Yord from Acolyte, his hair ain't even like that standardly. Like he has the cut.
I'm telling you. Bro, it's probably
it might have been a piece, but piece or he got the role and said, all right, grow your hair out. We're gonna do the soupy lock thing for you or whatever. Like,
yeah, the swoopy lock thing.
The soupy lock.
The only time in Britain, they had hairstyles back then. Like, I'm just.
It's so bad. Like,
they had a DEI meeting and we're like, what do black people like? They like locks.
Killmonger, there you go. Black Panther.
It's an affront on everybody who got locks and other natural styles that don't get represented. It's just an affront. It's just like there's so many styles y'all could do. So many. But then y'all choose this.
Every time.
This one. You know what I'm saying?
Every time.
And I'll say this, House of the Dragon got more styles than half of these things.
And House of the Dragon got locked people in their whole country.
But you know what I'm saying? But it's still a piece. But like I'll take the pieces that look a little bit better. And even one of them had a style. I was like, I can do this. I can respect.
Corliss's locks are bomb. Like they look really nice.
They're fake as shit. But I mean, I know what you're saying. But like for Hollywood to make a piece that looks better, you know what I'm saying? The edges are decent, the roots are decent. I'm just like, okay, I see y'all put effort into this. I appreciate it. You could tell though, like he'll never do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? It's either that or tied up in one way. But I'm okay for it. I think that's good. But as long as it's not the Killmonger joint that refuses to die,
refuses,
bro.
It's in video games, movies, media. When they had Yord do it, man, you already know it. You already know. I was like, okay, he needs to die. At some point in the Acolyte, he needs to die. I was like, that character needs to go. Just so I can feel better.
Off the screen. Like, I don't think that it's ever going to get... I think it's probably going to continue to kind of sprout the isekai trope. Just like the zombies trope hasn't really gone anywhere. It's died down somewhat, but now it's been replaced by isekai. Especially considering like how the world's going with the whole AI and chatbot, whatever. Like that's going to be a thing where it's like, this AI took me to this universe over here where I have this alternate life, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon, honestly.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's just the thing with Hollywood. When you have that trend, you put all the money into it. Zombies, multiverse.
It's just making money.
And just like superheroes and everything else.
What about the artists? What about the creators?
You have ideas? No. You're going to do this thing. It works. Okay, thanks.
we're gonna.
That involves less people at the top making decisions and more, middle stuff happening. But hey.
because when we think about it and we think about the true nature of an original creative work, you tell me that we can point out 6 of them now that got a black character with the same hairstyle. Yeah. Like, really? Yeah. That's what it is. Like, no, this is not no original creative. Y'all is just biting shit that y'all think is hot. But if you ask people, like if you ask a bunch of black people, if you ask a conglomerate of us what hairstyle should be represented, we're not picking that. We're not picking that. Especially people with locks, people with natural styles, people with braids, flat twists, all this stuff. They're not about to say, oh yeah, we're going to have this little side swipe, fucking lock scenario.
Amen, brother.
There's so many.
Give me a fade once in a while.
Shoot, a high top fade at that. Like, you make that joint, bring it back to
so
kid and
many
play.
different things.
Why not,
Just
the old Will Smith from Fresh Prince.
Like, you have options. You know what I mean? Like, you have options. It's not like this is the only hairstyle that represents young black people, and they do it. Look, Valorant did it for a British character. They're just like, you young and you're black and you're a man, then this is the hairstyle.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is
for this 5-year span. Like, this is your hairstyle. I was like, no, that's not. Crazy. We don't need that. We got plenty.
I was like, the average black man see a barber every 2 weeks to a month. I was just like, man, but you stuck with this forever. Sorry.
Man, I'm telling you, they need to do better. But we know Hollywood needs to do better. Gaming needs to do better in terms of.
I think it could be like touched on like the way Hollywood's going. Hollywood is trying to hold on to relevance while we're getting into, I think, the Netflixes and the Hulus becoming the standard, and an Apple TV. Apple TV doesn't miss.
Don't talk to me about.
I'm not going to. That's fire. That's fire.
Song.
That's other thing, like a TV show. Like
Unsung Hero
was so good.
Yeah, it was. That's definitely like a concept of like, what would you do if you could just clone yourself, and put a clone in your place to take care of your, like, just A1. Apple TV is just doing its own thing or whatever, and it's got A-listers over there as well. I think Hollywood is.
Oh yeah.
I need to finish C. You
said you needed what?
Because I need to finish C from Apple TV.
Oh, you see with Jason Momoa? Yeah. That joint was fire. That joint was fire.
Oh, weren't you talking about that corner about a while back? Yeah.
Bro, you know I only mention fire. You know that. I only mention things that are fire. If it's not fire, I don't talk about it. But nah, C was amazing. Season 3, it wavered a bit, but it still carried it through. But C is really good. Apple TV has since the beginning, they haven't been like on the Netflix table just throwing a bunch of stuff on it. Like, they really
Ted Lasso
most of
got
what I've
me.
Seen on Apple TV Plus.
Ted Lasso is peak for male viewing, for like the conversation of masculinity, the conversation of mental health. Like, that show, like, overall equality and acceptance, that show does it well. There's not overly anything like, oh, that's too much of this, too much of that. Like, that show was balanced. And it ended. They didn't keep it going because it was good. Like, it ended. Like, it made me sad. That was one of the shows I didn't even finish. Like, the season had finished. I didn't even I watched some shows, like episodes, like, slowly, because I was like, I don't want to get to the end. The show's so good. But we'll see where Hollywood lands, and still thinking that Killmonger works while Apple TV is knocking it out of the park.
It's trash, bro.
Let me see. Any so, like, Wavy, like, we're talking about a lot of the news bites that we have that we pitched to everybody. So at the top, let's go with the list here. Demon Slayer season 4, I guess, and the Infinity. So we're on this is season 3 that wrapped up, right? Because it got really confused.
Season 4.
It got really confusing with like how Mugen Train was.
You literally just said season 4, and then
we have it listed that way. But I was thinking to myself, because Mugen Train was at end of season 1, like, because it's like the way that the placement was, and the way season 2, Entertainment arc was season 3, and now Hashira. All right,
the Swordsmith Village,
and then was that season 4, and then this will be season 5?
No. So the movie, the Mugen Train movie, wasn't like season 2 of Demon Slayer in terms of how I think they depict it, but the movie is a sequel. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that in Crunchyroll or something
it's
they have
separated now.
You know what I mean? I think what came after that, I think, is noted as season 2.
They did a weird thing where they already did the train, and then they made it into a movie, and then they went into I think they gave themselves filler to get ready for the next season. That's what it was.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
They took the movie and made it episodic.
Yeah, I just don't remember. The entertainment arc is that noted as season 3 on like Netflix and stuff? Or,
that's noted as season. Well, technically it's season 2.
Yeah, technically
it's like
season 2.
Technically it's season 2 because they put Mugen Train in between then, like in between there, where they like they took the movie and separated it out like on like the arc list on Netflix. So it's like the beginning. I can't remember the arc name, but anyway, the beginning Mugen Train like separated out. Then it's Entertainment District. Then it's Sources Village. Now it's Hawk.
At one point in Hulu, they had a separated arc name, so you couldn't even go to the Demon Slayer page and watch it. You had to go find the arc name itself,
which was super annoying.
Yeah. That's annoying. I hated that. That's why I would rewatch it. I rewatched it on Netflix. So I'm just like, I'm not going to go look for the name of this.
I don't know why they did it that way. It was just such a weird thing.
Hulu, you are.
But regardless, in the corner you're catching up or whatever, so we won't do it that much. But the fact that we're going into this next movie, you know what I'm saying? Like, Demon Slayer is not slowing down.
I heard it's gonna be a trilogy. Is it gonna be a trilogy? Like
it's a trilogy movie. These are the last 3 movies.
I don't know how that happens, but
so like they're done with episodes, and the rest of it's gonna be 3 movies.
Yeah.
I'm here for that. That's fine. I'm here for that.
I was saying earlier before you got on, like we're not gonna be done with Demon Slayer until like 2027 or like.
So the rest of the anime is gonna be movies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Unless they start taking them out one after another, then like that's even better. But
I'm here for that. They could do that.
Okay.
Interesting.
The whole Infinity Castle arc is wild, and just to see how they're going to like animate it, I can't wait. I'll be in movie theaters each time for that one.
I will.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay. So we can't really divulge into it too much. So for people to catch up and everything like that. Wavy, I know you have to get ready to go. So if you want to just tell everybody where people can find you, if you want to be found online.
Oh, of course, WAVII_GAWD. That's the IG and the X Twitter handle. You know what I'm saying? So sorry to leave out early today. SimpleeNix, thank you for coming and stuff like that. I know you're gonna be in good hands with everybody else and all that kind of stuff. It's very good to meet you. Of course, it's Sneaker Love, anime watcher, video game player. I try to get rich, but these hobbies make me poor. So you know what it is. But I'll be out, y'all.
All right.
Bye, Wavy.
Peace. See you, Wavy.
Right, so let's see. We already talked about Kaiju number 8. My Hero season 7 so far. It's fire. Like,
you said it so.
I know, because in reading it and then getting to this point now, I do like the animation. I think for me, it wasn't peak like we talked about the fight with Overhaul from a manga to drawing. That was peak, but everything else, I think they've pretty much stayed on point with the drawing in relation to the manga. So it's good.
So like Shoto vs. Dabi was pretty good.
No one prepared me that Oyama was gonna be the freaking traitor. Like, I did not see that coming. Like, I was like, "Hey, yo!"
I think that's one of the best secrets of anime in modern day history, because I don't think nobody saw that coming.
Sure didn't. It's like, I remember in the manga, I thought it was gonna be Invisible Girl, the way it was written, the way it was drawn and revealed. I was like, "Yo, is she the traitor?" And then it showed Oyama. I'm like, "Oh no."
A lot of people put money on her too.
I was like, dang, but that one point last season, he was like creepy being on like Deku's balcony or whatever with like the cheese. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what's up with that? Like, that was kind of creeped me out, but like in hindsight, but I was just like, dang, like he got powers from
Trasherall. All for trash.
All for one, yeah. I want to say, yeah, all for one, because their name system. And I'm just like, dang. I'm just like, yeah. I'm just like, man, like this fight, yo. But let me tell you my boy. me tell you, I'm proud of my boy. My favorite character from My Hero. My boy Todoroki.
He did his thing.
My boy Todoroki, man. Listen, that fight with Davi, I was like, let's go, Shota! Like, I was over here, like, cheerleading, like, I was hyped. Like, it was so good. It was so good. Yeah. Still not the shock factor of, like, the previous season where, Aizawa was cutting off his leg season one, like, the very first episode. I'm like, shit! Like,
it's getting real.
That was, a whole different thing, but it's getting real. It's getting real. Yeah, he is that dude. Like,
when he's teaching these kids.
Yeah.
He's our age.
Yeah, which is crazy. Which is crazy to think about.
Got this young 30-year-old over here acting all cool and just like, if I stop my powers, we'll all die. I don't need this leg. Zap!
I was like, it was like the no hesitation. Like, I was just like, damn.
I would have wanted to see him in his hero because I think he retired or something.
For sure.
Like who were his guys, like his bad guys, it's Eraserhead.
Yeah, right. Yeah, him and Present Mike being in school together is like just crazy to think about. They're just so opposite each other. But there's like
those other guys are really good friends. A very loud one and a very one being
and the third guy is the balance.
I know.
The rule of three for anime now. We got the zesty hype one,
the
emo one, and then the third can be kind of whatever you need to be to balance out the trio.
That's the new big three is going to be Midoriya, Todoroki, Bakugo. And Bakugo, right? So it's just like
you mean Murder God, Explosion Head, Murder God, whatever his name is.
Kachan, like listen,
bring that down a peg.
But yeah, I'm just excited to like see more of it. Like the growth. I normally watch My Hero in its entirety like twice a year, like from beginning to current. So again, I'm very into My Hero, so it's like just seeing like the growth of the characters. Yeah, seeing like the growth of the characters. I'm just like, listen, I need to watch something. I need like a cleanser. You can watch My Hero. Like you jump in and start watching it. Like I just watch it. And just seeing like their growth from where they started to like now, and like how the story's like unfolding. It's just love to see it.
And it's so funny thinking like Todoroki in the very beginning, like he was like this mysterious guy who covered half his body in ice and had like a red eye. And you're just like, who is this guy?
So glad they changed his character design because I was like, who is this dude?
Like Midoriya definitely has had that obvious character growth, right? He's become more confident. He's still a nerd. Like they said last week, he's still a damn nerd. What do you mean, girlfriend? Like, take you to the park or like go out to like a girl?
And I love that for him. As serious as he is still a 16-year-old. I've never had a girlfriend.
Like, you love me, like,
so close.
Hold hands.
All red.
Dog, we're in the middle of a life or death battle. You over here talking about some, like, we're gonna exchange numbers.
But let's face it. If Toga was like, "Hey, can I suck your blood?" 6 out of 10 guys be like, "Will I live?" Like, you can, but like, don't suck too much.
Guys, and probably some girls too. A very inclusive society. Some people of all types probably be like, "What's up, girl? How you doing?"
What you mean by that? Like, hey
yo. Can we not just talk about the greatest character development in Kanchan? Like, I think his character development is one of the best in the show. Like, you think he's just an all-time bully, this person you're going to be like anti-rival or like rival anti-hero person, and then you really find out his role in the group, his reasons for how he thinks, and for him being like, I am that dude, so thus I act as such, but I want to be a hero.
You mean
it's like
Vegeta Sasuke?
He's a better version of those two. He's a better version of those two. Definitely a better version of Vegeta. Sasuke, no, he's a better version of both of them. I stick with that statement.
Piccolo, what's up, Piccolo?
Curious what's to say about that.
Yeah, because I'm like, just think about it, because like Sasuke, I want to kill my brother. Finds out, want to kill my brother. I'll do anything for it. Somewhat friendship with Naruto / best friend. kills brother, finds out reasoning for why brother wants to save him, and does all the things he does. F that. I want to kill the village now that made me kill my brother. Wait, what? We're just going to ignore your brother's final wishes?
Okay.
It's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to be Hokage now. Like there's no real clear thing with Sasuke. Right. It makes sense. It's just like, Vegeta,
and now,
Prince of all Saiyans.
and now to Boruto, now he's the second strongest ninja in the world. He knows he's got Naruto's back, and he's got the village's best interests in mind, and his family. Sakura, Sarada, he's a family man.
Man, the development wasn't like. We thought he's a bully. We thought this guy was always looking down on Deku just to be like he's got strong insecurities against somebody he thought he was so much better than, all because Deku without powers was willing to like always reach out his hand first. And you're like, dang, that really stuck with you as a kid. Then just to be like, dang, I'm the reason my number one hero lost his powers and just everything.
Well, and we can unpack Vegeta too, right? Just like even surface level, all fans could be like, he got to Earth. He was like, I want the Dragon Balls. He got pwned by Goku and friends. He went to go to Namek, find Frieza, get the Dragon Balls. Got pwned again. Finally got killed by his abuser. And he was like, and they shed Thug Saiyan tears. Like, look, I'm about to die, man. Just please avenge us, please. Thug Saiyan tears is crazy. And comes back to life. Goes back on the bullshit. Technically gets brought back to life, beats up his bull's son, goes and smashes one of the world's smartest scientists, has a half baby Saiyan that kills his abuser. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think anybody talks about that retribution enough. The fact that Trunks was the first person to kill Frieza. Vegeta's child was the first person to kill Frieza. Half human, half Saiyan, first person to kill Frieza.
Half Saiyan child.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's like, people are like, oh, how Frieza died. Like, don't disrespect Trunks killing Frieza. Like, period. But
no, Trunks will always be the coldest intro. It's like, Goku's
you're not the real Super Saiyan. Like,
what?
But like, and then going to that, and then
Frieza over here,
and then
PTSD.
seeing this boy turn Saiyan, and the iconic Vegeta in the rain. Like, I want blonde hair and green eyes. Why can't I have that? And in his nightmares, Goku and Trunks turn Super Saiyan on a regular when he sleep. Like,
that was always the coolest moment of Dragon Ball Z for me. His nightmare, because they're just like, and they're just glowing, and just like
overall, it's just so like as it's haunting your dreams. Like, this bull, these two randos can do it. I want to be a Super Saiyan. I want, and then his growth up to now being a Z warrior. So overall, his growth took a decade, if you want to talk about it, versus Kachan's is taking like a couple seasons. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's essentially been like a year.
Anime production gets better.
There's that too.
Yeah.
But I'd say it's on the same level. I think it was emotional when Bakugo kind of gave that realization that he's like, like you're not antagonistic towards me. You're not looking down on me. I'm the one that's been drawing this barrier between y'all. Low-key, I'm sorry. I'm not the.
He definitely has some. Developmental, like mental developmental growth. They all have, right? Just like their physical abilities. Like you can see, like okay, he kept their secret before Midoriya like went and told the whole world. I'm like, what you doing, Scotty?
It was kind of like, I think it was like because bulls. No,
he wrote a letter. He wrote a letter to everyone in Class 1A, and I guess somehow, some way, the media got wind of it. It was like, oh, they're after Midoriya, yada yada yada. And I'm like, how it was like,
I think wasn't All For One basically like like on a microphone, like if y'all don't hand over that green haired bull, it was kind of like, I'll put you on Front Street.
Bring me Harry Potter. Bring me Harry Potter. I will kill you all.
I know you're in there, Harry Potter.
Yeah, but then we got Dark Deku because he over here just running ragged and just
his growth from when he first fought, muscular, to fight Muscular later.
Oh,
yo, the first fight was like a fight.
So
the second fight was just like, okay, I need to catch you. Give me a second.
Because at that point, he was learning to use all his abilities. Like, oh, smoke screen. I'm just
didn't he pseudo one for all him? Didn't he pseudo 100%?
Okay. Yeah. I don't think he's 100%. I think he's let's see. Right now, he's only using what, like 40% of his power.
Yeah, because 100%.
No, but remember he had to pseudo 100% against the sniper chick.
No, he used his like 3-4 abilities at the same time and just kept.
No, remember when he finally hit her? And he does this attack and he goes pseudo 100 or whatever.
Yeah, because he hit her with
he simulated. He had to simulate using 100% of his power to get her. You know what I'm saying? Versus like you said, so like Muscular was like 40% or whatever. This is all I need. That's I need to hit you like one good time with 40% at like at a particular speed or whatever. He put him down. Glass jaw mofo.
Yeah, I love those fights too.
Well, baby, do slumber.
Because people are like, "Oh, this is our second time fighting. Oh, this is gonna be a real good match, isn't it?" No. Just give me a second. Let me just charge up the legs. Like do my little.
That was always funny to me watching him do that.
What's he
doing? Kinetic energy. Build up kinetic energy. And it's just like.
So I mean,
craziness.
for it to come to a close, I believe we mentioned earlier. We hope that it actually like concludes and that we don't get a follow up like where's Deku 5 years later? Is he still a hero? Like I think it could close like with his narration. Here's how I became the world's greatest hero, and he did it manga wise or whatever. I won't spoil that, but
and even that they changed. This is a story how we became the greatest heroes ever. If you notice, like in the last season, they changed that.
I have to listen back to that, John. Wait, is that in the dub?
Yeah. The dub is in dub and stuff. He talks about like, oh, this is a story how we became the greatest heroes ever. And I think that's when he went back to a class 1A.
Okay, I have to peep that
and everything.
Because they don't really because they don't open it with the like when they used to open it, it's like the world is covered with 90% people with abilities or whatever. They just go straight into it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which, when you think about it, that really sucks. Like you'd be part of the 10%.
I can't do nothing.
I can't grow my nails fast. I can't, make gusts of wind.
You normal? You normie?
I know.
Normie.
It's like, I can ride on the air. Oh, okay, you good. He can't do nothing though. Like. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna be a hero, but hey.
Which is crazy to think about because just like Deku and just like Oyama and All For One's brother, All Might was also quirkless. But unlike Deku, he didn't get all the other powers. Right. He was just strong as hell. And he was still number one. So it's like, imagine you're even stronger than All Might, plus these extra powers. Like, come on.
You got that someone like that can't exist narratively. he can't.
Yeah, and think about the quirk singularity.
Right. Todoroki is a big example of that.
The Doomsday thing. Yeah. So it's just like, man, they all branch off, have kids. What that's gonna look like?
Like Shigaraki over here, like he got everything. He's over here just growing body parts and fingers.
That's not a quirk.
Yeah,
that's not my quirk.
That was wild.
Your quirk.
I know, like it's just my body evolving.
What you mean? That's not your quirk. No.
Yeah, that was interesting to watch. I was like, huh?
Like, they need to kill him. Like if he could have literally just touched the whole earth and
vaporize everybody. Yeah, they got to stop that, man. And
you saw him kind of branch into that when they were fighting the Liberation Front.
Oh my! At that, I so much respect when he did that.
And you saw that, you're like,
they did that whole my Villain Academia arc.
Yes. And he didn't even touch like one of them, and they're like, he's like. And what's his name? The legit
Spinner?
dude. He was like, wait a minute. He didn't even touch all of Spinner. He's like, he didn't even touch all of them. He's like, wait a minute. What the hell just happened? I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, when he went Super Saiyan, his hair turned white. He's just like,
because it was blue before, right? It was like no,
it was black.
Yeah, it was like a bluish.
When he was a little boy, it was black, and then it turned white as he.
Yeah, like it was like a bluish. Now straight white.
It has a slight blue tint to it.
Now straight white.
And now it's like it's more white. Yeah,
that was crazy.
He completed his evil evolution.
I feel for the kid though. I really do. I really do.
I'm interested to see how Star and Stripes attack on his quirks. How that affects him, even though he's quote unquote been in recovery. Like I'm still curious to see how what's up with that.
I'm still in therapy
because
they had to get her off the board quickly from a narrative standpoint. I'm still in therapy for that. Like, she was America's All Might.
Yeah, because it was her and Midoriya. Oh, it'd have been easy.
They had to get her off the board, yo.
I can never watch Two Heroes the same anymore, but he's doing that opening fight, and I'm like, look at a Star and Stripe. Now we know, like that's crazy.
Well, I mean, wrapping up, and I guess we'll probably have these conversations in in 2028 when they finally wrap up the anime.
Yeah.
And one thing about anime in general, they haven't done fillers anymore. They just stop.
They kind of got away from that.
It's not ready. We tweets.
Yeah, exactly.
You ain't gonna get nothing. It's like that's crazy.
He's gonna get this break. Gonna get this little break. And keep it moving.
Watch something else. Yo, Kaiju, we gotta hold this back. Y'all gonna produce yours, and we gonna cool. All right, so we gonna work on ours. Next set of anime, y'all go ahead, and then we gonna jump when y'all take a break, and then you know what I'm saying, like, and then. And then in between, like you said, we're like, we don't got nothing outside y'all. Isekai. You know what I'm saying?
But yo, shout out to the animators who make all this happen. Yo, let them have a break every other week. Something.
Please,
their work conditions are probably rough and horrible.
Hard. They work hard. Like
that's why JJK took forever to come out. Like they really could have been like, we'll do it every other week, but they're like, we're gonna push whatever we can to get out. Like I watched like 70% of like one episode, didn't realize how it was 70%, and then when I go back and watch the full of it, I'm like, oh wow, this is cool. But I'm like, yo, we can wait. Ignore the internet trolls. Ignore the 14-year-olds who never had to wait for anything. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Or the ignorant adults who are like, where's my anime? You said every Wednesday. Dude, people got lives.
Like I look for My Hero today. There's the episode. Like, the new episode. All right, cool. Hope you're having a break. Hope they're enjoying some time off.
We looked yesterday, and it was just like, it wasn't there. It was like, my wife was kind of like, and it was like, yeah, I know. How dare you? But all right, we'll see you next week. It's all good. Or whenever you guys come back from break or whatever.
Oh, because look, I'm looking right now. There's a new episode, Jujutsu Kaisen and My Hero.
I got 2 chapters. I thought that we was done. I'm gonna be reading it right after this podcast. That's for doggone sure. I guess we'll get ready to wrap up soon. We'll drop up a couple points. I think I'll mention this to Corner. I'll probably give a more extensive breakdown to Acolyte when it ends, because I've heard a lot of podcasts where they're breaking down episode by episode, and it's not fair because the next episode kind of answers it. So the way Star Wars is and the way Acolyte is going, it would probably be best to wait until they're finally actually finished the show to give it a full analysis.
Probably. It's only 2 more episodes, right?
I don't know about that one. Maybe.
I think it's only 2 more episodes.
Other notes, we have Deadpool and Wolverine comes out this month of this recording.
I'm
excited.
hyped.
I'm so ready. I need to see it.
I hope it's the shenanigans that
I'm ready.
I hope it's the shenanigans that Ryan Reynolds brings to the Deadpool character. He has embodied that character in real life, yo. Like nobody else.
He is not disappointed.
I'm about to go
Deadpool at all.
See, just for that, I'm gonna go watch Deadpool 2 now. After this, yeah. We're rewatching some DC movies on the Max.
Hugh Jackman. I'm never doing the character again. I'm never doing the character again. Ryan was like, please.
Oh, I was so happy to see him again.
All right, fine. I guess I'll go for you, Ryan. This is great.
See, that's the only thing. When we talk about retiring roles, the next man who plays Wolverine years after, I feel bad for him because there's at least a few generations who are you aren't.
You remember people were trying to tease that Daniel Radcliffe was doing it because he's short enough.
That would have killed the MCU.
I don't think it killed it, but
it would have killed them. Harry
don't
Potter.
It's Daniel Radcliffe, man.
Yeah, no.
Don't be like that.
You can't do that. He's old.
Right.
He's had
Lady in the Water or whatever that drawing was.
Potter.
No, not that.
There's other better roles.
No, yes, he's had other roles, yes, but nah.
Yeah, the other scary one. Yeah, but I mean, the writing is what it's all about. You know, what character do I expect to be on screen as Wolverine, not in costume for hella movies? Yeah, Hugh Jackman. But like, I'm not really gonna put that on somebody else. If they got a Wolverine and they have him costumed up and he can deliver some lines and have his gruffy voice, okay, cool. They can make that happen. But I don't know. They can't get away with making 5-6 movies of Wolverine without a costume on. They can't get away with that again. That was a Hugh Jackman only thing. Like, they can't get away with that.
But speaking of of Wolverine, X-97, man,
Flames, amazing. Drew, you gotta see it.
So good.
I'm going to.
You gotta see it. I will be watching with you. I would
too.
So good. It was so good.
Hey, I would too. Hey, we can all rewatch it and talk about it because that's amazing.
Especially considering you come from the OG, like it's gonna answer so many questions. Like,
it is.
God, it's just so good. It was so well done. The animation, the storytelling, the emotion, the everything. I loved it. It was
the voice
acting. Voice acting. They brought some old.
I heard Magneto was going off in that whole series.
Storm is still in there as the OG voice
and they brought
actor.
back the OG voices. Like, that's a project. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's good. Like, you're not gonna be, we're gonna recast everybody. Like, no, you brought back the OG. Pick the phones. Like, yo, we about to do this. You down?
OG voices. Say less. Like,
I think except for the actor who played Gambit might have passed away. I believe the original Gambit, if I'm not mistaken. So Gambit was a new person. Everybody else was a classic person, and then the new character Miguel, I believe his name was. So,
but I just remember this tweet. It was like, when you grow up, you want to be like Professor X, but then when you get older, you realize Magneto is right. It was like, oh, damn.
I mean, I'm gonna disagree with that. I'm gonna disagree. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil it.
It's like agreeing with Killmonger, and you're like, but Killmonger kind of, he's the villain, but
Well, that's the thing. That's a really good one. That's a really good one because both of them were like, "Oh, I see what you're saying," but then
I see what you're saying.
Like, you doing the most right now, but I see what you're saying. Like, I see what you're saying.
Or to quote the lovely new Captain America. He had a line, but he's right.
Right, he had a line, but he's right. Mean, both of them was just tinkering along the lines of genocide, which ain't really it. But but I see what you're saying. Genocide ain't the answer, but I see. It ain't the answer.
But I understand why you feel this way.
Right. The logic is sound, the execution not so much.
Yeah.
Like, well, dang, I was going to ask one question about but I don't want to spoil it.
I mean, you could spoil it. Like, I'm on 93 before I did 96.
So the one thing I do question is in one scene, I think it might have been the second to last episode, just like the whole how it wrapped up. And of course, it's very, very Marvel, very storyline twist or whatever, right? Like when the lady let Magneto go, like I forgot he said something, she just let him go.
Yeah,
like just freed him. It wasn't any particular reason. Like, it wasn't like he had a speech to her or nothing. So she just felt guilty, probably for Genosha. But, like, it wasn't any particular thing. Like, just, I sat in a chair. I got up. I let him out. Who let him out? I did. Why? Because. Why the hell would you let him out? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just let him go. And then this logic where it's just like, it was like, Magnus, you are turning the Earth. Now, mind you, I'm the only thing keeping. That
was OP.
I'm the only thing keeping them bulls sleep. You sleep me. You sleep us. Like, it was like, look, but if you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna sleep everybody on the planet. And he's just like, look.
He was like, all right, okay. And
the logic there was just not logic in it. Like, it was just like, it was a really impossible decision. It was an impossible situation.
No, Magneto was just really OD, and I mean, it was written so well, like it makes sense. From we look at the very beginning.
I understood. I'm like,
I got it. I understood. Okay, boom. You're trying to take over for you know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to spoil them, but you're doing all these things, trying to do all these things, and then some shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
You gave him some grace. Shit went left. I'm kind of there with you. I'm there with you, man.
Hey, and you remember too. He got freed.
He didn't.
Yes.
He didn't waste none.
He said, "Okay, I'm going."
Time.
He got freed. He went straight to the North Pole. He was like, he got freed, went straight to the pole. Was like, "Nah, all this shit is shut down." It's like, no. And I was like, you know what? Respect. I was like, okay. He was about it. He was about it.
I was half expecting Gambit to have lived through that situation, but
breaks my heart. Like,
man, what an episode!
You're in for a trip. And other things.
That was a spoiler that I was willing to hear. But
look, I mean, look. Like, I mean, the internet said it or whatever, and how. Look, anyway.
The episode, no matter what, the episode is amazing. I had it spoiled for me too, but the episode is still.
Yeah, and for me, I think for me that's the reason. And I'm sorry, I did it too. But that's like for me, I don't think I started watching it immediately with you guys as well. But I think it was like the posts and like the Gambit knows and like I open Facebook to go do something else. And the first thing you see in all caps in someone's picture status, Gambit no.
It's amazing.
How every time I turn around, somebody like, oh man, Rogue, no you didn't, or like, oh not my boy, like, not Storm,
like I was like,
what happened to Storm? Yo, watch it. All right. Anyway, well, we all can agree that it's recommended reviewing for everybody, and then I just can't wait for season 2. Like, not having a season 2 would be criminal. A follow up for that.
So glad to do season 2. So glad to do season 2.
Got let go. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but Demaya, he was a part of some of what happened in season 2, but past that, I don't.
And that's one of those things where. Right.
Still don't know what he did.
That's where that's where we can talk about the writing could suffer when you pass it off from one person to another, and it might be differences in opinions. So
yeah, when things change hands, things look.
Let's hope for the best that the projects will continue, and then hopefully, I mean personally, I'm not a Disney exec, I'm not gonna say that. Just my personal opinion. If I took up the project and they hired me, I would go off to the side and call my boy and be like, look, I know we don't have beef. Or maybe you do. Maybe he's shady. It's like, I'm not going to have nothing in the project. Don't worry about. But like...
He over here like, yo, I know you cheated at spades, but yo, come on. I know you reneged, but let's do this. Season 2.
Like, if you ain't getting paid, like, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't getting the check.
And feeling passionate about the project, right? And somebody's like, I'm going to pick up your work. Please let me know how this continues in your thoughts. I don't want to just ruin your work. Versus other people who have pride and say, I'm going to write it my way. I'm going to change up what I think this should happen after this. Like,
but see, you can change stuff. But like, if you don't do your due diligence, then the audience has every right to ask questions and be like, yo, what is this? So just like with the Acolyte, how some things have been changed from the canon, and questions have been raised. Like, that's what you open yourself up to if you don't do your due diligence. Now you got people talking about, oh, well, back then, this and this and this. Blah, now y'all changing Wikipedia pages and shit. Things is all different now. Things being rewritten and retconned. It's like, wait a minute. Like, this ain't my homework to do. This is your homework to do while you make it.
Make it make sense.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, so that's what I'm just afraid of, that when things change hands and the vision changes hands, that, oh, okay, now we're going to get something different. We're going to get a product that's either diluted or whatever different. And, oh, man, we can't even talk about it.
We have to wait. We have to wait till probably September. Yeah. Like, I'm just putting. Oh, Drew? Oh, in general, Drew. Like that. Okay.
Right, yeah. I mean, because I don't want to talk about, the end of 97. Because, in the end,
I'm gonna finish
before the end of the year. The season finale of the podcast this season, we'll be able to talk about it.
You got 6 months,
right?
Yo, look, because all my other anime is done. I need to go back and finish Loser Ranger.
Give it a shot.
Soon. It's a new fire anime that probably got
right.
10 minutes ago.
Too much.
You know, it's too much. It's too much. That's out to why you gotta like pick and choose, and that's what I've been doing. That's why like you gotta pick and choose because we won't be able to consume every bit.
I'm gonna try to watch it all. Like,
bro, there's only so many hours that exist. Like if there's like 1 billion hours of TV, like you just can't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the best thing is to do like what we're doing for the pod is to suggest and guide you to the best ways to utilize your time on this planet. and what you consume. What a role, right? What's to stay to consume other things, and I find most of the time we don't even consume something that's iffy. We do sometimes, but I think generally you can even spot certain things that are and aren't fire just from the marketing, the drawing, the cast selection, and previews.
The trailers.
Now there's sometimes where the trailer.
Trailers be giving you the whole plot,
right? There's sometimes
like Superman.
You said Superman? Oh, like the leaks for this new one?
Wow. Well, that was next. It was going to be set picks, and we talked about that corner too, like the way his costume looks. Mr. Terrific. I think we're talking about Hawk Girl, Guy Gardner.
We did. Bro, it's too many motherfuckers. It's too many people. Like, how am I supposed to? Bro is trying to build a universe. That's not not how it starts. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't just oversaturate the audience, overstimulate the audience with all this stuff.
With everybody, all at once.
Everywhere.
Like give me man, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, they dropped the ball. They got this Green Lantern HBO Max series. They literally should have said, here is a Green Lantern movie. We are kickstarting the universe. Green Lantern movie. Boom. That's just what they did. Green Lantern. That's what they should have did. Then they come later. Okay. Superman. Okay, boom. If they wanted to keep Wonder Woman, whatever. But start with that. Don't start with, here's a new Superman. Here's a new Supergirl. Here's Mr. Terrific. Here's such and such. Here's such and such. Here's
not even Hal or John.
Build on
Guy Gardner up in his joint.
And that's where DC suffers because Marvel, the MCU, they build on it, right? Like they're like actually another thing, I've watched in timeline order, like the movies. So I watch Captain America, then I go and watch Agent Carter, then whatever, right? And you can actually see them building onto it versus DC CU.
Yeah,
it's just like throw it at you. It's just like, no, do like you do with your animated series. They do very well with their animated series, and their movies, they're just like, what the hell y'all doing?
Yeah. And honestly, I applauded the approach that Snyder took before. I mean, I was like, even if it wasn't perfect, I was like, at least with the Superman movie and then BVS, the Wonder Woman, at least you had movies made and then you bring them.
Yeah.
At least that happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I was with that.
I was like, cool. Like, at least y'all are doing that. Okay, they introduced Flash in the joint movie. Okay, they introduced, whatever. That's fine. But you can't come out and say, here is the new DC Universe's debut Superman movie. And it's 5 big names.
Well,
5? Like,
3 and 2 sides.
That's just a lot.
You got Superman, Supergirl.
You got 3 and 2 possible.
Hawk Girl is a main character. Is a main.
Yeah, of the last 20 years.
She is.
Okay, that counts. The last 20 years. Like, what do you mean? Go back 20 years. How old are we? We're kids. Like, 20 years matters. I think you got Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific. Okay, Mr. Terrific. We can say he's a side character. We can say that. Sure.
Easy.
But Supergirl,
Guy
Green
Gardner,
Lantern, Superman.
very specific.
Regardless, it's Green Lantern on the big screen since Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude's power as well.
And like I said, I think they dropped the ball. I think they should have came through Jon Stewart kick off the new DCU with a Green Lantern movie. It would have been perfect. They would have hit all their check boxes, DIYs. They would have had a fire main character. You know what I'm saying? It would just fine. Just fine. And then they could have roped in Superman, could have roped in all these other people. It would have been perfect. They had a perfect opportunity to do that, to kick off the new DCU in that way. But instead, new Superman. Not a bad idea either. But then, remember, we heard a long time ago, okay, this is who Supergirl's going to be. It's going to be what's her name from House of the Dragon. You know what I'm saying? A Supergirl. And then we said, okay, GL's going to be in it. Okay, Mr. Terrific's going to be in it. Okay, Hawkgirl going to be in it. Duh. Like, yeah. I want to see Superman.
Right.
Not a Superman movie anymore.
Exactly. It's not a Superman movie anymore. And I understand that we're not talking about his origin story. They're kind of done with his origin story. Cool. You don't got to show us his origin story.
Oh my God! Please don't talk about his origin story ever again. I think we
no.
I don't know.
How do you become Superman, guys? Tell me. Yeah. I don't know.
I think I need one more movie
to explain how he came from.
One more movie later.
Right, exactly. Especially when
you can even go watch my Superman. I mean, come on.
Who's my pocket?
You know what I'm saying? Well, it's like, and I love that they doing it. Like, with the one thing I will give DC credit for is that they started doing it with Batman
Ninja.
So they need to do that. Like, they're not trying to show Batman's origin every movie. Like, we don't need that. That is just 30 minutes of wasted time at this point if they spent every movie doing it, you know? So
I do like it in the latest Batman movie with
the Batman.
Pattinson.
Yeah.
That one was done really well.
I love it because
that was done really well. Yeah. It's a different line.
With a Penguin show.
Because Colin Farrell killed it. He killed it. I was like,
so now it's gonna be. Do I need to watch the show to tie in for Batman 2?
I don't know. Maybe. No idea.
Depending on where they put it, because it could be like right before Batman, like in between stuff. But knowing how Hollywood works, it's gonna be like, yeah, we connect everything like everybody else does.
Right.
We'll see where James is going with this. Like, initially, the first images were cool, but then, like you said, at current, we have a problem with the cast list being so hefty.
But remember, James, he has a history of making movies.
And when you said that to me, because I remember I sent this picture to you, and I was really hyped about it, and then you brought up the point about the projects he's been involved in, and I'm just like, dang! It's about to be a comedy play around Superman.
Oh yeah, his Guardians of the Galaxy, Suicide Squad.
You kiss your mother with that mouth, and hey, I guess Clark doesn't tell jokes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's not what I'm really trying to be here for. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not really my suit. And they should have brought Catwoman.
Well, he's got Warhammer and other things to do, so he's good. Not Witcher.
But you know what I'm saying? They
because people are not happy with Liam in Witcher. Like,
we're not. I'm not watching that shit.
No, it's coming.
Oh wait, is that
that's what's being worked on now. Yeah, that he's the new Geralt. They already
I saw that. I was like, dang.
But no, I don't want that. But they should have kept Cavill. And look,
they had creative differences. You can't keep it because
or him versus Black Adam. Him at the end of Black Adam, that was one of the hypest things that when I got excited, bruh, that was hype. When Superman came out of nowhere and walked up at him and was like, they squared up.
Black Adam was actually a good DC film.
I was like, okay, like I was hyped for that. That's a showdown that I'm excited for. You know what I mean?
That you'll never get.
What they need, that I'm never gonna get ever. And it sucks because they had a product, like they had ingredients, but they just can't
deliver. I mean,
put it together.
Yeah.
With like Marvel's kind of taking the coastal line at this point. It's kind of like, DC catching never mind. Like, Marvel taking too easy now. Like,
Marvel's got its own issues too. Like, they've dropped the ball in several occasions. I think I mentioned why X-Men '97 had me. It was so great, but it frustrated me because at the end I was y'all are capable of doing
as we've talked about before, and Nick just brought up, and we talk about all the time. Animation department, live action department seem to be on different planets.
Writing. The writing got to be good because
it's got to be good.
It's a lot of times when we've seen actors delivering lines. Some of the lines we was just talking about, like actors delivering lines that you're just like, did a child write this? You know what I mean? Yeah. And then there's other times where you see really good actors taking some shitty writing and making it really good. Like, that very well happens. But we know the movies that were written well. We know what those are. We know how Winter Soldier was written. We know it was written amazing.
That answers so many questions and tie into the rest of the whole verse, like just for how S.H.I.E.L.D. goes into the whole Ultron project. Like, that's just,
It was just written very, very well. And it's just like those movies and those pieces of content, not even those movies, but those pieces of content tend to be the better ones that are more captivating, that people are engaged with and care about. Like X-Men 97 was written phenomenal. Like, even if the animation wasn't as good as it was, it was just written great. Like, it was very well written. Like, there's so many quotes I could take from it, so many things that I was just like, oh, that's making me think about this. Oh, wow, they're exploring this trope over here. Oh, they're showing this conflict between these characters. Like, it was written very great.
To me, my X-Men, I was like, oh shit, like what? Yeah. He had the juice, like
how they gave Cyclops his
I was like, oh shit.
See, that part I did see because the whole internet blew that up.
They gave Cyclops his
I think I voice acted that.
Which I was here for. I was here because comic book Cyclops, he didn't get his credit. Animated series.
How Storm came back with the classic suit.
Oh, walking through the desert.
Like, damn, that's my girl.
No, we need to stop. We need to stop. We need to stop.
Yeah, I know.
You'll get there.
It's so, but you're gonna forget all this too.
Yeah,
so
you most
when
likely
watch it.
will.
You're gonna enjoy the hell out of it.
Yeah, because I still got 4 seasons left of 92 through 96. So yeah.
Shit. It's real good.
I got like 2 or 3 episodes.
Wow.
Oh, that's good. Wrap those up. It's the part 3 and 4. Might as well just wrap those up.
Well, for the rest of our Sunday, then for the recording, let's go ahead and wrap up, and everybody can go ahead and catch up on all these things and be ready for the next conversations, right?
Yes.
Please do, because I'm hungry.
That's the cue. That's the cue I was looking for. Be sure to check out all of our social media at Phuca-Name. Catch previous episodes of our podcast or whatever podcast streaming service you prefer. We are there, guaranteed. Be sure to check out our website for the website version of the podcast, where you can listen while you're browsing on the go if you don't want to use your phone or any other podcast service that way. I'm your host, Frosty Phoenix. Catch me across the web at Frosty Phoenix, FROSTYPHENIX. Added 89 to it for Twitch. I do the voice acting. I do the little skits online, and catch me also on Phuca-Name at Phuca-Name all across the web. Squat. Well, you know what? Guess first. All the plugs, all the things people can find you, follow you, the things that you do in the world.
So it's been so great hanging out with the Phuca-Pod. I've been talking to these guys for a while and following them on social media, and I game with them. So now it's actually good to just like chop it up on some nerd shit, because that's my jam. It's your girl SimpleeNix, SimpleeNix, all socials. Got Eddie's Most Wanted podcast at Eddie's Most Wanted everywhere, Facebook, and Instagram, and Getting Talk Network everywhere, or GTN everywhere. Just go to LinkedIn.
Y'all got to do a pose next time. Y'all got to do a pose next time. Me and Desert say we want to pose.
You got to do pose. You got to do pose. We want to pose. All right, we got you. And then I'm on YouTube doing playing through Ghost of Tsushima. I'm gonna be wrapping up probably soon. So check out Twitter. I'm probably gonna have a poll up when we're gonna play next. I'm thinking Stray. I'm trying to get Stray, but I also want to get into. I also want to start playing The Last of Us. Because I watched the show and now I'm like, I gotta play this game. So y'all make sure you check out the Twitter. Which we're gonna play next. Make sure you vote on the poll. I'll probably put up on the socials. But yeah, it's been so great being here with everybody. I hope to be back in the future soon at some point. So it's been a vibe.
Word, look, y'all, it's been Corner Fox. It's been a great session, man. Nix, pleasure to have you. Pleasure to meet you. Thank you for being on this with us. Look, y'all know where to catch us at Phuca-Name. You can catch me on IG at Sonny Burns, SaniBurns. And just like usual, Corner Fox is more dangerous than the Jackal. Always shout out the GOAT, Hideo Kojima. all that he does, man. Shout out to Death Stranding 2. That's around the corner. You know what I'm saying? But also what I want to shout out, because recently I found this out over this weekend. A lot of people still haven't seen the movie The Woman King. A lot of people still have not seen that movie.
Oh, that movie is phenomenal.
Was so good.
Movie.
So, you know, a random shout out. I just got to shout that out because that movie was fire. It was an unsung hero, and people need to see that movie. So see The Woman King. That's it. I'm out.
Yeah,
amazing movie.
Desert Skies. Thank you for hanging out with us, Nix. Nix is a real one. Because I know I'd be over here like posting my reels, and I'd be like, if I want to get like 5 likes, I see that Nix was one of them. And I was like, thank you for supporting me.
I'm with that Turkey. You feel me? I got my people. Y'all my people. I'm my Turkey. I'm my white people. You feel me?
I'm like, nobody else sees, at least my friends do.
The internet is acting that way.
But yo, catch me. No, right? DESERTSKIS, and you know that a Desert Fox.
Fox can't spell.
I spell properly. What do you mean?
DESERT.
I can't take a breath. There's, excuse me for not taking a breath during my own intro.
Right, exactly. That was a circle.
You know what? No more dramatic pauses around Squad, because they were here trying to play like I don't spell this every time we're on the podcast. But you know,
you spelled Desert Skies one time. That's all I know.
No, I spelled Desert Skies for those who don't know how to spell desert. But like I said, a desert fox is more humble than a corner fox and nicer than a corner fox. So F y'all. But yeah, we'll see y'all next time.
If you don't mind. Catch you guys later. Peace.
Bye.